What's up, people? You're listening to Chad McIndees. And today I want to talk about the abortion ban and how it has women everywhere losing their damn minds and flipping their panties. And unless you've been living out in the deep woods somewhere away from civilization, then you should already know that the abortion ban is the hottest issue going right now. Many states are currently putting restrictions on abortions, especially after 6 weeks of pregnancy, or if a heartbeat can be detected in the fetus. Now, I'm not going to waste time, so I'm going straight for the jugulars on this because I never really considered myself to be pro-choice or pro-life, simply because the pro-choice argument has been that life does not begin at conception, in contrast to the pro-life argument that life does begin at conception. Women want to argue that it's their human right to do what they will with their bodies, and it's not for men to have any say of what they do with their wombs. Another argument I have heard is that the reason why abortions are being put on hold is because white people are now in a state of panic as their numbers of births are shrinking and the numbers of non-white births are increasing. Therefore, white people will no longer be the majority population within the next 30 years. Now, black people, we have been in America long enough to know how white people think. And we know them better than they know themselves. And we know that if something negatively affects white people, they won't hesitate to put a stop to it. And we know that they don't give a shit if something have a negative impact on minorities. Like Flint, Michigan, Hurricane Katrina, being shot dead while running away from the police, to state a few examples. And again, I state that if it negatively affects white people, then you know that Planned Parenthoods across the country are going to get shut down. And for those of you who didn't know, Planned Parenthood was founded by that racist bitch, Margaret Sanger, who intended to be for black women to keep the black population down. Yet those most odious black feminists see Margaret Sanger as a feminist icon, a holy symbol of women's rights, despite the fact that she thought very low of them. Like, goddamn, man, the woman used to attend Klan rallies, yet you worship this vile woman. This is why black feminists get no love here. And if you're one of them, then you are the enemy of the black man, and an enemy of black people everywhere. Stupid bitches. Fucking Margaret Sanger. Boy, if I had a DeLorean to travel back in time, I would find that old bitch and give her one more reason to not like black people. Alright, enough about that, because I'm going to drop some knowledge here that the everyday black person is oblivious to. And for the record, I'm not a biologist or an anthropologist. I'm just trying to explain something here from pieces of information I have accumulated over the years. And with that disclaimer out of the way, now here it is. There are those of us who believe that we are experiencing the Mouse Utopia, and if you've never heard of the Mouse Utopia experiment, there will be a link in the description, so go check it out. As I was saying, that we're experiencing the Mouse Utopia because we virtually have limited war, famine, and we just about have disease under control in certain regions of the world. And when you take an animal out of its predatory field environment and place it into one that is comfortable and predator-free, they eventually will lose their survival instinct. And once their lifespan has become extended because they're no longer in a predatory environment, they'll simply stop breeding. Another argument I have heard as it pertains to the Mouse Utopia is that once women in the Western world started to become more educated and chose their job careers over becoming mothers, the fertility rate among Western women has become low, whereas the fertility rate is high among women in third world countries where they don't have access to higher education or career opportunities. And this has been scientifically proven, so don't come here crying about misogyny, alright? Now, since we went from being a hunter-gatherer society to a society of plenty and hedonism, breeding for survival has become irrelevant to us. See, people, historically, all empires or civilizations reach an apex or a height, and unless they keep on expanding into new regions and establish new territories to colonize, they'll stagnate and slowly decline into extinction. This is why black people need to be aware of the natural forces that are at work, because ignorance is no longer a luxury that many of us cannot afford, nor is hedonism. Just because some don't affect you as an individual doesn't mean they won't affect you as part of the whole. Okay, with that being said, I think that abortions have only created a carelessness in women to which they feel that they don't have to use any of the inexpensive contraceptives that are available to them. And I'm talking about the carelessness that people used to have about STDs. Because if you get burnt, just go get a shot and you'll be alright once the pissing razor is filling and the drip is gone. Then you can go back to having unprotected sex because you don't like wearing condoms. So, if you get pregnant, just go get an abortion and you'll be alright to go get knocked up again and again. Now, lastly but not leastly, I look at the images of pro-choice protesters, and all I see are angry feminists. Some are old and used up. Some of them are ugly and weird looking. I mean, I will need alcohol that's 200 proof, for Christ's sakes. Then there's that army of pathetic cooks who think that siding with women will finally get them some pussy. Yet these same women who think that men don't have no rights to talk about what women do with their bodies are always throwing their menstrual cycles in our faces because they think it's empowering. Like, hello, we men know about that time of the month because some of us have pulled out a bloody dick before. So feminists, y'all chill with that shit. And finally, what part of declining birth rates that made banning abortion inevitable that women are not understanding here? Do women even care? Or is their solipsism more important than life? Stupid bitches.